Today, the Ukrainian president makes an urgent plea for more missile support after the latest round of deadly Russian strikes.
Former Trump lawyer Todd Blanche narrowly confirmed as United States Attorney General.
Concerns raised on the spread of bird flu after New South Wales confirms its first case of H5 in native birds.
FIFA's president denies claims UEFA made a severance payment to his alleged lover while he was head of European football's governing body.
And Sydney commuters warned of delays as thousands of runners pound the pavement for the annual City to Surf.
The Les Kiss era starts with the Wallabies win.
And the Wallabies taste victory under their new coach. Australia narrowly defeating Japan in a nail-biting match in Osaka.
Good morning, it's Sunday the 9th of August. I'm Fauziah Ibrahim.
Hello, I'm Lorna Dunkley. You're watching Weekend Breakfast, coming to you from the land of the Gadigal people. Our top story today, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has issued a fresh plea for more US-made Patriot interceptor missiles. Well, that's the news. Let's catch up with the sports headlines this morning. Daniela Intilli is with us, and Indigenous Round continues. Danny, morning.
And morning, and the Indigenous has certainly impressed. Lorna, South Sydney has held on to deny Parramatta a record-breaking NRL comeback with a 28-24 triumph at the Sydney Football Stadium. Alex Johnston crossed for a hat-trick. Good straight victory.
Danny, thanks very much. Still to come on Weekend Breakfast. I want to ask you a question. Do you ever smell something, I don't know, a particular meal, a flower, a certain place, and immediately you're taken back in time?
Oh, definitely. I think it's got to be something like cookies.
Cookies?
I always think of Mum baking her cookies.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, there's a reason.
Yes, there certainly is, and we're going to find out because French scientists say that they've discovered how important smells are to creating our first memories as children and why these memories stay with us in such a strong way. And that's the thing, isn't it? You can just get a whiff of something and you're brought back to that.
Yeah. But it's that
moment
particular sense, the sense of smell that they've been studying. Does it ring true for you? For me, it's bluebells.
Bluebells,
yeah,
lovely.
Bluebells. A whiff of bluebells takes me back to my childhood. Let us know what you think, what smells mean to you and what they bring back from your childhood. You can get in touch like this. We'll share them with you. Leave your name and send us a picture if you've got a picture of what your favourite smell looks like. Breakfast at your.abc.net.au. The text number 04ABC3 News.
We can't wait to hear from you. Let's check the weather in the capitals now. Mostly sunny in Brisbane, some showers increasing in Sydney. Canberra and Adelaide can expect some rain. Melbourne, Hobart and Perth, a shower or two. A sunny day expected in Darwin. Now, tens of thousands of runners are poised and ready on the starting line at the Hyde Park in Sydney for the world's largest fun run. It's annually called the City to Surf, and our reporter Nabil Al-Nashar is on the start. Fantastic. Looking forward to it, Nabil. Thanks very much for that. And now, get out of the way. I think the runners are just about to come.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Another 20 minutes to go. Insiders is celebrating 25 years. To mark the occasion, David Speers is joined by founding host Barry Cassidy and original contributors Paul Kelly and Karen Middleton. He'll also, of course, unpick the political issues making headlines this week. And David joins us now. Happy birthday to you and the Insiders team,
Thank you
David.
very much. It's an exciting morning.
Yeah, more on that in a moment. First, the big issues facing today's politicians. Gambling reform. Did the government underestimate, do you think, how difficult its reforms were going to be?
I think it probably did, and we've certainly seen at a brief Senate inquiry during the week.
I hope there's cake involved too. David, thank you.
Thanks, Lorna. Cheers.
And Insiders is on at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
We're going to take you now to WA, where a second day of industrial action is just about to get underway at Australia's largest export facility in the state's north. BHP workers are expected to walk off the job for 24 hours. This is over pay and working conditions as well. Reporter Lucy Murray is in Port Hedland.
Let's talk sport. Daniela Intilli is back with us. Morning to you, Danny. We're going to talk Super Bowl.
And I got my chicken salt.
Oh, OK. You'll have to explain.
Yes, yep. Yes. From being knocked back in the AFL draft to winning the NFL's biggest prize, Super Bowl champion Michael Dixon is eyeing back-to-back titles as his Seattle Seahawks begin pre-season training.
Let's update you on the top stories here on Weekend Breakfast this hour. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has urgently called for more US-made Patriot interceptor missiles amid the latest round of Russian attacks. 4 people, including a child, were killed in strikes on Kyiv and the surrounding region.
The United States Senate has narrowly confirmed Todd Blanche as the country's Attorney General. Mr. Blanche, who has been acting in the role since April, was approved by 50 votes to 49. It follows a tumultuous confirmation fight that exposed bipartisan concerns over installing President Donald Trump's former personal lawyer to head the Justice Department.
FIFA President Gianni Infantino has strongly denied claims that a severance payment was made by UEFA to a woman described as his lover while he headed European football's governing body. UEFA says a departure payment had been made, but that it had been in line with regulations at the time.
And the Wallabies have tasted victory in their first match under new coach Les Kiss with a nail-biting 35-32 victory over Japan. 5 tries seal the win for Australia, denying what would have been the Brave Blossoms' first ever win over the Wallabies. The teams meet again in Townsville next weekend.
Let's take a look at what's making headlines right around the Asia-Pacific region. Starting there with the Straits Times, Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong is looking at ways to help families with the cost of living.
The Jakarta Post has a story on Indonesia's strained healthcare system and professional ethics. The increased scrutiny comes after the death of a patient who waited hours for a hospital bed.
The Fiji Times is reporting on the death of 26-year-old professional rugby player Simone Vunilagi, who suffered suspected heat stroke during training with his team in southern Japan.
And the Japan Times reporting on the country's different approach to social media access for children under the age of 16. Government officials and experts argue that Japanese children should be protected without having their digital access cut off. We're going to return now to one of our top stories, and that is the appointment of US Attorney General Todd Blanche. And that has become one of the most contentious cabinet fights of Mr. Trump's second term.
The Republican-led Senate voted 50-49 to confirm Mr. Blanche. Jay Newton-Small is a Times contributor and joins us now from Albuquerque in the US. Jay, hi there. Not been a smooth ride, I think it would be fair to say. What did get the nomination over the line? Let us know what yours are. Send your emails to breakfast@your.abc.net.au, and there are the numbers that you can get in touch with us. We'll read some out later. Do leave your names.
It's time now to talk sport with Daniela Intilli. We're going to start off with the Wallabies. Some good news there.
Yes, so the new Wallabies coach, Les.
Right. Danny, thanks very much for that. Do stay with us here on Weekend Breakfast. The world's biggest fun run. It's called the City to Surf. It's just gotten underway in Sydney, and we'll be speaking to our reporter Nabil there, who is at the race. Look at them go. They've gone. And we'll be hearing how the competitors are faring. Some 90,000 people have registered for this run. We'll hear from some of them in the next hour. Do stay with us on Weekend Breakfast.
Today, the Ukrainian president makes an urgent plea for more missile support after the latest round of deadly Russian strikes.
Former Trump lawyer Todd Blanche narrowly confirmed as United States Attorney General.
Concerns raised on the spread of bird flu after New South Wales confirms its first case of H5 in native birds.
FIFA's president denies claims UEFA made a severance payment to his alleged lover while he was head of European football's governing body.
And they're off. Thousands of runners pound the pavement for the annual City to Surf.
The Les Kiss era starts with the Wallabies win.
And the Wallabies taste victory under their new coach. Australia narrowly defeating Japan in a nail-biting match in Osaka. Good morning. It's Saturday, the 9th of August. I'm Fauziah Ibrahim.
And I'm Lorna. Dunkley. Good morning. You're watching Weekend Breakfast from the land of the Gadigal people. To our top story then, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has issued a fresh plea for more US-made Patriot interceptor missiles following the latest round of Russian attacks. The elite runners set off at 7:35 Eastern time, so they'll probably got another 10-15 minutes more running to do. Nearly finished before
those
breakfast.
Those are the serious ones.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, let's get sports news now. Daniela in Tilly is with us. And Danny, morning to you. Indigenous round continued last night.
Yeah, and a lot of the Indigenous stars really shone last night, Lorna. South Sydney has held on to deny Parramatta a record-breaking NRL comeback with a 28-24 triumph. The teams meet again in Townsville next weekend, where the Wallabies will be looking for a third straight victory.
Danny, thanks very much. And of course, Danny will be back a little later this hour for more sports. Now, I'm very excited because, you know, I love talking about movies.
You do.
I do love talking about movies. And later on this hour, we are going to be joined by our resident film critic, Giles Hardy, for his take on the new Spider-Man release.
My youngest went to see that this week.
Oh, what did they say?
Absolutely loved it.
Good, hey?
Yeah, I mean,
Good.
Tom Holland is just...
Tom Holland is amazing. In fact, there's a couple of very familiar faces here. Tom Holland, Zendaya, John Bernthal.
Yeah.
You may have seen them all in the Odyssey. Well, they're now in the new Spider-Man movie. So we'll be getting Giles's take on what he thought of Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's the new release. We'll also be talking about Ted Lasso. That's the new season of Ted Lasso is here. I think it's the final season.
Oh, no, last season was the final season.
Oh, that's right.
It was.
Just keeps going, isn't it?
Season
keeps
4.
Going. That's right.
I'm a big fan.
For those of you in for some adventure, well, there's also the new season for the Reacher series as well. Jack Reacher is back. There he is, big and tough. So we'll get Giles to give us his take on what he thinks about the new seasons of Ted Lasso, Jack Reacher, and of course the Spider-Man movie as well.
Thanks for getting in touch with us here on Weekend Breakfast this morning. It's always good to hear your stories, your thoughts on some of the stories that we are covering. And we've been asking you about smells that take you back to childhood. It comes after researchers discovered there is actually a link between our sense of smell and memory, particularly memories from your childhood, that they stick with us so strongly. Thanks, Veronica, for getting in touch with us this morning. The smell that first took my memory back was the smell of Dixie ice cream. Lovely memory of walks with my dad and friends around Lake Wendouree. Thank you for getting in touch.
That's so lovely. Yeah, Jane also wrote in and said that the smell of newly mown Kikuyu grass reminds me of Grafton, where I was born. Oh,
yeah,
smell of grass.
Freshly cut grass is a good one.
Absolutely.
Sausage rolls. Each to their own.
Of course.
Corley, sausage rolls in the oven takes me straight back to the tuck shop line at Hertsbridge Primary School. Yes, of course, those smells from the tuck shop line.
Yeah.
Sausage rolls. What's yours?
Very nice. So I love brownies.
Yes,
cookies.
you said brownies, cookies.
Cookies, definitely.
Yeah, yours all about food.
Mine's always all about food. Nothing else, yes.
Does the study ring true for you? We'd love to know what smells take you back to your childhood. Get involved on these numbers and the email address, breakfast@your.abc.net.au. Text us as well on 04 ABC 3 News.
We love hearing from you. For now, we're going to check the weather in the capital. So it'll be mostly sunny in Brisbane, some showers increasing in Sydney. Canberra and Adelaide can expect some rain. Melbourne, Hobart and Perth, a shower or two. A sunny day expected for Darwin.
For a second day, workers for BHP are walking off the job at the miners' Pilbara port in WA. It's over a long-running pay dispute. Our reporter Kimberly Putland joins us now from Port Hedland in the Pilbara. Kimberly, hi there. What exactly then is happening today?
Erin Longbottom, we thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us today.
Thank you.
Time for us on Weekend Breakfast now to talk sport. Daniela Intilli is back with us. Morning, Danny. Commonwealth Games finished, what, a week ago now?
Yeah, Monday, I think.
You've got a guest.
I do indeed. I'm very excited about this. Australian race walking champion Jemima Montag defended her women's 10,000 metres title at the Glasgow Games. She led an all-Australian podium in the race walk to be crowned Commonwealth Games champion for a third time. Certainly doing that, Jemima. Congratulations again, and thank you so much for coming into the Melbourne studio to chat with us.
Thanks for having me.
Looking at the satellite, and a band of clouds stretching across much of the country is bringing patchy rain and the odd storm. Showers easing in Adelaide, Darwin, mostly sunny.
You are watching Weekend Breakfast. Very good morning. These are the top stories this hour. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has urgently called for more US-made Patriot interceptor missiles amid the latest round of Russian attacks. 4 people, including a child, were killed in strikes on Kyiv and the surrounding region.
The United States Senate has narrowly confirmed Todd Blanche as the country's Attorney General. Mr. Blanche, who has been acting in the role since April, was approved by 50 votes to 49. Now, this follows a tumultuous confirmation fight that exposed bipartisan concerns over installing President Donald Trump's former personal lawyer to head the Justice Department.
FIFA President Gianni Infantino has strongly denied claims that a severance payment was made by UEFA to a woman described as his lover while he headed European football's governing body. UEFA says a departure payment had been made, but that it had been in line with regulations at the time.
Thousands of runners are racing through Sydney right now for the annual City to Surf. About 90,000 people are expected to take part in the 14-kilometre charity run. Andy Buchanan crossed the finish line first with a race time of 40 minutes and 27 seconds.
What headlines are you waking up to on your social media platforms and indeed in newspapers around Australia this morning? Let's take a look. The Daily Telegraph reporting new analysis has revealed nearly 30% of Australia's temporary graduate visa holders are family members and not graduates. That's fueling calls to overhaul the system.
The Sydney Morning Herald has a story on Australia's property market, with the big 4 banks expecting a recovery next year, but not enough to offset this year's declines.
In The Guardian, there's an opinion piece from former independent federal MP Zoe Daniel, who argues Labor's gambling reforms are not good enough. Well, for more on that and a few of the other stories making headlines today, we're joined by former Disability Commissioner Graham Innes. Graham, very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. So we've been talking about it on Weekend Breakfast, the inquiry into gambling. What does Zoe Daniel make of it, and what's her stance? The ABC's Your Say project has heard from many older Australians who want to downsize their family home, but say stamp duty is a major disincentive. The one-off tax charged by state and territory governments on the purchase of property varies, and some exemptions do apply.
But the transaction can cost a retiree tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, keeping them trapped in their homes. Catherine Robinson explains.
The cost of stamp duty across the country has risen 5-fold in the last 40 years to $45,000 on average. The revenue is a boon for state and territory governments, which all have different stamp duty rates and exemptions. The Australian Tax Office allows a downsizer to put up to $300,000 into their super from the proceeds of their home, but warns that can affect the age pension. A select committee on intergenerational housing inequality reports back later this year, while the Productivity Commission's final housing report is due early 2027.
Catherine Robinson there. Let's head to the movies, shall we? This week, British actor Tom Holland swapped his Odyssey sword and sandals for a Spider-Man costume. The 4th outing of the webbed superhero. Here's what it looks like. Raising such a lot of money and having fun while they're doing it.
They're trying to raise 90 million so far. They've gotten quite
over the years,
yeah.
Amazing.
So far they've raised about I think, close to 3 million now for this year. We'll see what happens by the end of the day.
Yeah, let's talk sport. Daniela Intilli is with us here again. I think it's the penultimate day of the Women's Tour de France, isn't it?
Yeah. One more stage, and it is just so close. The Dutch rider Demi Vollering won this.
All right, Danny, thanks very much for that. We're going to check the weather in the capitals for you. Brisbane, you're in for a mostly sunny day. Some showers increasing in Sydney, Canberra and Adelaide, some rain. Melbourne, Hobart and Perth, a shower or two expected, and a sunny day in Darwin. Also, a quick look at tomorrow's weather. In the capital city, some showers still for Brisbane, windy with morning showers in Sydney, Canberra and Melbourne, some rain, a shower for Hobart, showers easing in Adelaide, some showers also for Perth, and a mostly sunny day for Darwin.
We're going to hand over to David Speers and Insiders very shortly. Before we do that, let's just recap on the top stories on Weekend Breakfast. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has urgently called for more US-made Patriot interceptor missiles. Amid the latest round of Russian attacks, 4 people, including a child, were killed in strikes on Kyiv and the surrounding region.
The United States Senate has narrowly confirmed Todd Blanche as the country's Attorney General. Mr. Blanche, who has been acting in the role since April, was approved by 50 votes to 49. It follows a tumultuous confirmation fight that exposed bipartisan concerns over installing President Donald Trump's former personal lawyer to head the Justice Department.
FIFA President Gianni Infantino has strongly denied claims that a severance payment was made by UEFA to a woman described as his lover while he headed European football's governing body. UEFA says a departure payment was made, but that it had been in line with regulations at the time.
And thousands of runners are right now racing through Sydney for the annual City to Surf. About 90,000 people are expected to take part in the 14-kilometre charity run. Andy Buchanan crossed the finish line first. Look at him, he's so happy there. His time of 40 minutes and 27 seconds.
Just whipped round. And the Wallabies have tasted a victory in their first match under new coach Les Kiss with a nail-biting 35-32 victory over Japan. 5 tries sealed the win for Australia, denying what would have been the Brave Blossoms' first ever win over the Wallabies. The teams will meet again in Townsville next weekend.
All eyes, no doubt, on Townsville then. Do stay with us. Insiders is up next for its very special 25th bumper birthday episode.
And you can keep watching Weekend Breakfast after Insiders on the ABC News channel. David Speers is your host for the next hour. We'll see you soon.
Prime Minister took a break, but it was no holiday for the government. Its gambling reform is friendless. Planned migration changes are up in the air, and the property downturn is gathering pace. In better news, it's our anniversary, 25 years, and we'll celebrate with some very special guests. I'm David Speers. Welcome to Insiders. 25 years of Insiders. It's been quite a journey. Coming up a little later, founding host Barry Cassidy is back. Paul Kelly, who was a fixture on the show for nearly a decade, and Karen Middleton, who's been bringing us insights from the couch through it all. First, let's try to make sense of a messy week. The Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke postponed a press club address, prompting all sorts of speculation about what went on in Cabinet and how he plans to bring migration numbers down. And a snap inquiry on gambling ads heard alarming evidence, putting more pressure on the government to crack down harder on the industry. With Parliament back tomorrow, Labor is now prepared to give ground in order to strike a deal. I understand that will include further restrictions on gambling companies offering inducements and tighter rules for ads broadcast on TV.
And so to that to that extent, I think, not unity for unity's sake, a bit of division occasionally is not a bad thing either.
No, I like that a lot. Barry, big thanks to you, not just for founding the show, for all that you did for so many years hosting it. It's wonderful that it's here now, 25 years, long may it prosper. It's a privilege to be a part of it. So thanks for coming back, spending this morning with us, and to all of you as well. Finally, the all-time classic Matt Price moment chosen by Barry. Ladies and gentlemen, we leave you with The Fixer. Thanks for watching. You made it very clear yesterday.
And I've dealt with it.
That you had to get the reform bill through, otherwise the 1,700 positions would go.
I'm a fixer.
How did you fix it?
I fixed it by funding it in another way, which you'll find out in the budget.
Why can't you tell us?
I wanted to be a surprise for you.
All right. But were you wrong?
You're making us all feel very excited about being here.
Another near miss at Sydney Airport. 2 planes avoid a collision on the tarmac this morning.
Pounding the pavement, 90,000 runners race through Sydney for the annual City to Surf.
The Ukrainian president makes an urgent plea for more missile support after the latest round of deadly Russian strikes.
Former Trump lawyer Todd Blanche narrowly confirmed as the United States Attorney General.
FIFA's president denies claims UEFA made a severance payment to his alleged lover while he was head of European football's governing body.
The Les Kiss era starts with a Wallabies win.
And the Wallabies taste victory under their new coach, Australia narrowly defeating Japan in a nail-biting match in Osaka.
Good morning, it's Saturday the 9th of August. I'm Fauziah Ibrahim.
And I'm Lorna, Dunkley. Good morning. You're watching Weekend Breakfast. I want to turn to some developing news right now. And the ABC understands that a Jetstar plane has been involved in a near miss with a Qatar Airlines aircraft on the tarmac at Sydney Airport. Let's show you these pictures. The Jetstar plane had to brake suddenly to avoid a crash. It happened at about 7 o'clock this morning, and it has left a cabin crew member injured. The ABC understands air traffic control was under operating restrictions from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock this morning. So that would be the period when this happened, and that reduces the number of planes flying in and out of Sydney Airport.
No doubt there's more delays there at Sydney Airport. Now, Jetstar has just released a statement saying our aircraft was following instructions by air traffic control when the pilots were forced to brake firmly after another aircraft came in close proximities. They reassure us too that no customers were injured. Now, if you remember yesterday, Air Services Australia had said that it is, quote, working to address rostering issues. We want to recap now a story that we're keeping our eye on this hour. A Jetstar plane has narrowly missed a collision with another plane on the tarmac at Sydney Airport. This happened when it was taxiing out of its bay. Occurred about 7 o'clock this morning. A Jetstar spokesperson says the plane was following instructions by air traffic control when another aircraft came in close proximity. Now, the plane heading for the Gold Coast had to brake suddenly. A cabin crew member was injured during the incident and is currently being treated by paramedics.
Well, the ABC understands this morning that air traffic control limited the number of planes on the runway from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. this morning. They have been having issues with air traffic control, the staffing of, and there were lots of delays over the last 3 days. So there were limits on planes taxiing during this period between 6 and 8 this morning when this near collision happened. We've got reporters going to the scene, so we'll bring you more information, confirmation as well of the numbers of people on those planes and injuries as soon as we get it from our reporter on the scene. Right now, though, let's cross to Daniela in Tilly with all the sport. Morning, Danny. Indigenous round continues.
And the Indigenous stars certainly shone. South Sydney has held on to deny Parramatta a record-breaking NRL comeback with a 28-24 triumph. 2024 champion Cassia Nuadoma Finay.
Danny, thanks very much. For a second day, workers for BHP are walking off the job at the miners' Pilbara port in WA. It's over a long-running pay dispute. Our reporter Kimberly Putland has more from Port Hedland in the Pilbara. Let's talk sport now. Daniela Intilli is with us, and a bit of Super Bowl for a change.
Yeah, something different, isn't it? From being knocked back in the AFL draft to winning the NFL's biggest prize, Super Bowl champion Michael Dixon is eyeing back-to-back titles as his Seattle Seahawks begin pre-season training.
That's the sport with Danny. Let's update you on the top stories here on Weekend Breakfast. A Jetstar plane has been involved in a near miss with a Qatar Airlines aircraft on the tarmac at Sydney Airport this morning. The Jetstar plane had to brake suddenly to avoid a crash. Happened at about 7 o'clock this morning, and it's left a cabin crew member injured. Yesterday, Air Services Australia said it's working to address rostering issues amid delays on the runway for multiple days in a row.
Tens of thousands of runners have filled the streets of Sydney for the annual City to Surf. Andy Buchanan crossed the finish line first with a race time of 40 minutes and 27 seconds. Holly Campbell was the first woman to complete the 14-kilometre race at 46 minutes, 35 seconds.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has urgently called for more US-made Patriot interceptor missiles amid the latest round of Russian attacks. 4 people, including a child, were killed in strikes on Kyiv and the surrounding region.
And the United States Senate has narrowly confirmed Todd Blanche as the country's Attorney General. Mr. Blanche, who has been acting in the role since April, was approved by 50 votes to 49. Follows a tumultuous confirmation fight that exposed bipartisan concerns over installing President Donald Trump's former personal lawyer to head the Justice Department. Staying overseas, and Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has appealed to his close allies for more air defense interceptors. This is after another night of Russian missile attacks. Well, earlier I spoke to Lena Strudurko-Harned, a professor of political science from Penn State Barron in the US. And she says the surface-to-air interceptor missiles are crucial to Kyiv's success in the war against Moscow.
Danny, we appreciate you talking to us and bringing us your experience from the tarmac at Sydney Airport this morning. Danny Brown there from the Fleurieu Sun in South Australia. Have a great day, Danny.
Thank you, you too.
And of course, we will continue to update you on the latest on this incident throughout the day here on the News Channel. That is all for Weekend Breakfast. Thank you so much for your company this morning.
Selena Edmonds will have the latest on all of our top stories in just a moment. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
Who is in the sandwich jar?